Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening Show. And in this part of the cricket show, we are looking at the battle which is going to begin in the test matches between England and South Africa. Now this is what everyone has been waiting for as far as 2012 is concerned. The reason being, England are the number one team in the world, ranked number one team in the world. Through their performance that they have showed. South Africa are number 3, but everyone in the cricketing world are waiting for this battle to begin tomorrow, which kicks off the series at the Oval. We are all waiting for that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to preview the South Africa-England Test series. Now just doing the preview of the South Africa-England 3 Test series, which is going to begin. Well, now let's first look at the England team. They are number 1. They would like to retain their number 1, and this is going to be their real test, because the conditions over there definitely, England are definitely favored as far as the conditions go. But there are a lot of South Africans who have played English cricket. They have played in English county cricket. They know what are the conditions in England, and I'm sure they have got acclimatized to the conditions as well. And so I'm sure this is going to be a real battle, because if you see both the teams have a very good composition of batting, bowling, and they are also both the teams are a good fielding unit. Now let's look at England. As far as England are concerned, well, Andrew Stoss and Alistair Cook, well, they have been going for some, they have got some record partnerships, and basically England, for them, the structure has been built around these openers: Andrew Stoss, the captain, who leads from the front, and Alistair Cook, who really puts up those big total, lays the foundation, and then the pieces are picked by Jonathan Trott, who really builds it up for England with his very stonewalling batting that he does. And then we have the aggressive Kevin Pietersen to come and follow him and play his strokes with gay abandon, and he is in some good form, no doubt about that. He's coming on the heels of a 234 runs, unbeaten runs, which he made for Surrey in the English County Cricket League. Ian Bell, well, what to say about Ian Bell? What a marvellous player he is, and of late, he can adapt to both the terms, both the formats of the game. But what is very important is he's purely a test player. He's a classy test player. And Ian Bell, let me tell you, it would be like a thorn for South Africa to really pluck him out, because he will really wear the South African bowlers. Ravi Bopara, now Ravi Bopara getting the nod ahead of Johnny Barristow. Now Ravi Bopara, well, he did very well in the matches that were played, whereby, well, it was against Australia, the one-day international series, and that's what really pivoted him, because he not only bowled well, he also batted. He batted beautifully, and he was involved in those wins that England had in those one-day series. So Ravi Bopara is slowly coming back to the form that he was in. So that is good news for England. Matt Pryor, the wicketkeeper, another number 7, comes in at number 7 and strengthens this English team no end. And then we look at the persons who would be really going for the jugular as far as the South African batsmen are concerned. The bowling quartet, which has been so successful, which has really really brought a healthy competition as far as bowling is concerned. But every bowler has to work hard. James Anderson, well, what to say about James Anderson? Swings the ball both ways, and with the red cherry, he could be very devastating, because what James Anderson does is he will be giving the breakthroughs very quickly, and I'm sure the openers Graham Smith and Albert Peterson would have to really weather the swing, the seam and swing movement of James Anderson. And if at all there is going to be the weather conditions which are going to be a bit cloudy, then England are going to be absolutely deadly. Stuart Broad, well, what to say about Stuart Broad? Stuart Broad is a very good combination along with James Anderson, and he would also be the one who would provide a real thrust to this English unit with his bowling. And then Tim Bresnan, well, he looks to be if one sees him, doesn't feel so menacing, but Tim Bresnan can do immense damage with his bowling. And then Graham Swan, you showed it in the past. And then they have the world-class spinner Graham Swan, who can also bat. Now, let me tell you, this English team also has the pretensions of batting, because Tim Bresnan can classify himself as an all-rounder. Graham Swan can classify himself as an all-rounder because he definitely bats and he likes to go for the strokes there. And Stuart Broad, well, Stuart Broad, as you know, he's already proved himself as an all-rounder. He has a century under his belt. And then James Anderson, I would say, would be a genuine tail-ender. But other than that, well, this English unit would be all the more, I mean, they would be absolutely fired up and raring to go. For South Africa, well, one has to start on this sad note that Mark Boucher had to return back to South Africa, and it was an international retirement which was coming pretty early, which was very sad. That is, one can really feel for Mark Boucher and for South Africa, but let us all be happy that Mark Boucher did not lose his eye in the context. Now, South Africa, as far as the team goes, Graham Smith is the captain, he's a very aggressive captain, and then he would be partnered by Alvaro Peterson. Now, Alvaro Peterson has English, he knows the English conditions, he has played in the English County Cricket League, and Graham Smith himself has done that, and Graham Smith, you know, is a veteran as far as international cricket is concerned, and both of them would be opening the innings. Now, when you look at the similarities between the England and South African teams, there's very little to pluck. Because Graham Smith, Alvaro Peterson probably might be a bit inexperienced, but I'm sure he has been selected by South Africa with a reason, because he has been doing well over there. Hashim Amla, now one of those talented players from South Africa, who really, I would say, when he plays, it looks like poetry is in motion. When he actually plays that flick shot of his, when he just rolls his wrists over the ball, and the ball speeds to the boundary. It's a real poetry in motion when you watch Hashim Amla bat. And let me tell you, he's not only that, he has a good technique. He would also be there to really make the ballers really work hard with his batting that he has. And Jack Scalise, now Jack Scalise is the one which is to watch out for. Probably one could say, very safely say, that Jack Scalise probably would be playing the last time in England before his retirement, because Jack Scalise has never had a good time in England, which is very sad. And it's really surprising that Jack Scalise probably has some 50s, I suppose, but other than that, he has not even had one century. Probably he has done it against England in South Africa, but in England, Jack Scalise has not been among the runs. So that is the one which that is one thing that South Africa would love to have. If Jack Scalise could turn the situation around, turn things around, change the equation, and start getting runs, well, that would be something, a real bonus for South Africa. And then A.B. de Villiers, who would be doing the wicket-keeping duties and doubling up as a batsman. And A.B. de Villiers, well, you know what a batsman he is. He comes in at number 5. As I said, there's very little to choose from. When you look at both the team composition, there's really nothing to really choose from. Jack Rudolph is in some good form. He comes in at number 6. And then we have J.P. Duminy coming in, who has been a very consistent player. Look at the bowling. The express pace bowler, the fastest bowler either teams, Dale Steyn, who could be absolutely dealing his thunderbolts to the England batsmen, and he would be partnered by Morne Morkel. Now Morne Morkel would rely, he's a tall person, he relies on pace and bounce, and he could be a real deadly combination. And Vernon Philander, Vernon Philander, as you know, has already had the record of having the maximum wickets taken in a lesser number of tests in his short tenure. And Vernon Philander has now come to England. He has played in the English County Cricket League, has good knowledge of the conditions, and he was going to be quite a handful, because, as I said, Vernon Philander, according to me, as far as South Africa is concerned, is the bowler to watch, because he would be in a position, because he swings the ball both ways, and in the conditions that prevail in England, I have a feeling Vernon Philander might be, we know that he's the go-to man for Graham Smith, but probably Vernon Philander would play a great role in the context of things. And then we have another Imran Tahir, the right arm leg spinner, just shaping up. He has got some guidance under one of those maestros of leg spin, Abdul Qadir of Pakistan, and Imran Tahir. One has to see how he actually conjures up his tricks and he comes up with the goods when England bat. So that is going to be interesting. So all in all, as I said, very little to choose from. This contest is going to be a clash of the titans. It is very, very evenly matched. Both the teams are very, very evenly matched, and I'm sure we are going to have a tight contest as far as the England-South Africa series are concerned. They are vying for the Basil de Oliveira trophy. So tomorrow it kicks off. It kicks off at the Oval, and I'm sure everyone from South Africa and England all over the world would be glued to their television sets watching this particular spectacle unfold at the Oval between England and South Africa. Okay, now let's look at some other news. One news that I could talk about, if at all this particular, yes, I do have time, so I can talk about the Bangladesh actually playing Ireland today. This was the first 2020 match. Bangladesh did well. In fact, they won the match by a very, very, very convincingly by 71 runs. Bangladesh made 190 for 5 batting first, and the contributions were coming from Shakib Al Hasan, who made 57 with 9 boundaries of just 33 deliveries. But there was one person who really gave the impetus to this Bangladeshi innings by smacking sixes at will. He went after Alex Cusack in a really big manner, and this name was Ziaur Rahman. Is he going to make waves as far as Bangladesh is concerned? He was pretty impressive. He blasted 40 runs of just 17 deliveries, and he didn't deal in singles, twos or boundaries. He dealt in sixes. He had 5 sixes in a score of 40 runs. You could give them, you could definitely get a feeling what a bloke this guy is. Now, well, as far as Ireland were concerned, Ireland were 119 for 8 they finished, but thanks to Elias, the left-arm spinner, shown with the ball with the figures of 4 overs, 1 maiden, 13 runs and 5 wickets. Tremendous bowling from Elias. The Ireland batsmen really couldn't come up to grips with Elias. The only person who played well was Gary Wilson, who had an unbeaten 41 to his name of 36 balls with 4 fours and 1 6, and contributions coming from at the top from the captain of the team, William Porterfield, 26 of 16 balls with 2 fours and 2 sixes. What this will do for Bangladesh is they are playing this 2020 series ahead of the 2020 World Cup, and this is something which is really going to galvanize them, because they have won the first match of the 3-match series. And one more thing that I would like to talk about is Ziaur Rahman was making his 2020 debut. He blasted 40 of 17 balls. Elias, the left-arm spinner, made his debut in 2020 cricket. He went with a 5-wicket haul. And that's it, dear fans, friends and subscribers. Let's keep an eye tomorrow. I can't wait for the England-South Africa clash to begin tomorrow, and would be glued on to the television set. Thanks for your company, and thanks for watching this Cricket Happening show. I will see you all tomorrow with a match report. Probably not the full match due to conditions, because I might be giving you a quick cricket update. Probably it all depends what time I leave. I mean, whatever time I have, I will try to do a quick cricket report, but probably it would be a cricket update. Until then, it's your host Ram saying goodbye for today. Thank you.